Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning and thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm back with Money Coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning. Thank you. You?
I'm doing wonderful. Let's talk about debt.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
What is the debt snowball?
What is the debt snowball? Well, there's two ways that you can tackle your debt when you're trying to get out of debt. The one is called the avalanche, where you're starting with a big number here and you're dwindling down to where you have a small amount left, right? Just like the avalanche with the snow. The other one is called the debt snowball method. And what we're doing is just like a snowball, how we start with a little small snowball and we attack it, a small debt, and then when that debt is paid, we're going to take that snow and we're going to add it to the other snowball and it gets a little bit bigger, right? So what the debt snowball does is it gives you momentum. It keeps you going. If you've ever had the desire to run a 15K, yes? No?
No, I have not.
No, you have not. Okay, so if you want to
Personally,
run,
no.
okay, so if you want to run a 15K, you can't get up in the morning, put on your sneakers, and go for a 9.3 mile run, can you?
You would pass out.
Exactly. So you have to start small. So you start small with that 5K, 10K, 15K. The same is true with the debt snowball method. We're going to start with our smallest debt first and get rid of that. So we're going to pay all the minimums on any other debt that we have, regardless of the interest rate, and then we're going to take everything that we got and we're going to throw it at that small debt. And when that small debt is gone, we're going to take that same amount of money and then we're going to apply it to the rest of the debt. So the money that we're putting on our debt gets bigger and bigger and bigger, just like a snowball.
I love that.
Thank you.
And you were saying this is an extremely effective method that you've seen work time and time again.
It does, because you have that momentum, because you have those quick wins of getting rid of, maybe it's just a $50 bill that you have at a doctor's office, or maybe it's a $100 credit card bill, right? And speaking of medical bills, do not be afraid to negotiate, okay? They've already been paid by your health insurance and then you have that deductible or you have a copay. A lot of hospitals and doctors will negotiate with you so that you can get out of debt quicker if you're willing to pay up front the full amount. So if you can, get on the phone with them, the medical bills especially, and just say to them, look, I can pay you X if you're willing to forgive the rest.
Gotcha. Well, I just want to ask you too, how does it feel whenever you're able to help people get out of debt? I mean, that's got to be pretty rewarding.
It is. You know, it's stressful, and people need to know that there's hope out there. They need to know that they have someone that can encourage them. If they need an accountability partner, they can show them the way, and they can tell them, you know what, it's not too late. You can start right now, today, to reach your goals.
So obviously when people are in debt, you might only have certain revenue streams and you have a finite amount of money currently to help pay off that debt. What do you recommend to them?
Well, the first thing is to take a look at your monthly expenses. We want to know what can we cut, what can we add to the household as well. So can we cut things and reduce our budget? Can we add more money? Is there stuff that we can sell that's laying around the house that I can put on Marketplace? Maybe if the desire is great enough, the intensity that you want to put into this to get the debt done, maybe it means picking up a side job. Uber, Instacart, something along that line. Maybe it is picking up a babysitting job. If you have a hobby that you enjoy doing, if you like to bake, I love food and I love cooking, you know, so maybe I'm going to start doing side business as a baker.
Cake decorating.
An
Etsy shop.
There you go.
Jewelry.
It could be anything. It could be something like sewing. You know, if you like to sew, if you like to knit, crochet, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's something that you have in your life that you enjoy doing, let's find a way to make money doing that.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Portofino Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar.
Welcome to Portofino. Benvenuti a Portofino. My name is Giovanni. With my wife Ilma, I am the owner and one of the chefs at this new restaurant. Our cooking style is from the north of Italy, from Tuscany, where I am from, and from Liguria, where the small city of Portofino is located. Portofino was a fisherman place and became a very fancy location in Italy with beautiful buildings, beautiful color, and great food. This vibe and this class is what we use to inspire the facade of our building. When it comes to our food, that's the core value of our mission, is to give you all a true taste of Italy. As Italian, I have cooked and eaten Italian food in Italy all my life. So it is a pleasure for me and for my staff to reproduce for you all those authentic flavors. We start from fresh ingredients that we source daily from local producers, and the food is cooked for you at the time of order from scratch. As a customer, please enjoy this experience. This is not just about eating great food, it's about having an experience like if you were traveling in Italy. And I can assure you that many of our dishes are the same that you would taste if you travel to Italy, except you don't need to travel to have this great experience. We do have a very large bar where we are able to prepare any cocktails that you may know of, and maybe some you never had, which are Italian cocktails. Our bartender Don preparing for you an Aperol Spritz, which is the most famous Italian drink in Italy in the last 10 years. It's just an aperitif. We have a wide selection of wines, international wines from California, of course, great wines like Caymus or Silver Oak, but we do have a great selection of exclusive Italian wines from all the regions in Italy, so you will certainly enjoy. I can only tell you all, please come dine with us. You will be our guest for the dinner of your life.
This story is sponsored by Portofino Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Living Local Carolina. My goodness, this is my office for today. I'm out here with Coach Goody. What's up? How are you?
You are in my world, yeah. Doesn't it feel awesome? Check it out. What a day. We're going to play some volleyball in the sand, a little beach volleyball. Are you ready?
I am kind of ready. Let's first talk about what you do and how you got all of these volleyball courts.
Yeah, so super exciting. It was 2013, and my daughter, she was like 13 years old, and she was playing indoor volleyball, club volleyball, and she's like, I played beach, and she always would watch Dad go off and play in these tournaments and stuff. And she's like, Dad, I want to learn to play beach volleyball. Can you teach me? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. And I said, well, we had 3 courts down here at the time. And I was like, well, why don't we get your teammates, see if anyone else wants to come? And we started a little club, and we had like 20 kids, and we did a couple months of training, and that's how it started.
And it's grown to be pretty darn big now.
It has. It slowly grew, and really COVID, surprisingly, is what helped it grow, because there wasn't a lot of things going on, but we were allowed to do beach volleyball, and I was kind of one of the first sports that kind of went back out and got the kids going. It was a little scary at first, but once everyone got out there, it was so exciting, and it just blew up. And the tournaments, we had more and more people coming here for the tournaments, and since then it's really grown more and more. So it's exciting.
Love it. And you were saying that this is the kind of sport that's for everybody, you know, all levels, all ages.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody kind of, oh yeah, I love volleyball. You know, they remember in PE playing, and maybe they had 4 on one side, or maybe they had 8, right? So it just kind of depends where you're at, whether you're out at a family picnic or whether you're a professional playing 2-on-2. You know, whether you have 10 on one side and 10 on the other, or 2-on-2. So there's a lot of flexibility, and people just want to play and have a good time. Yeah. So it's fun.
Love it. So for people that might be watching this right now and are interested in playing a game or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, how can they do that? Can they get in contact with you?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, so my website is I have two different, you have grandstrandsand.com, so they can reach out there. And then really, you just come out here. These courts are free to use to the public, so just come out and play. You know, you need a ball, you know, call some friends and get out here and get out and play.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Belfour. Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am at Belfour Property Restoration. I'm joined by Steve. How are you, Steve?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Wonderful. Tell me your story. How did you get involved with this company?
So I grew up here in Myrtle Beach. I've been here since '74, and Tony moved across the street from me. And it was kind of golf course conversation that started the conversations about me buying into Full Steam Ahead. That was back in 2001.
And look at you now.
We have come a long way. We actually started out with 8 employees. It was me and Tony and 8 employees. And I actually was hired to do sales and marketing. But the company grew so fast that I got into the production side, and I've been doing production, all of it ever since.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
So for somebody that might not know, what does Belfour do?
So we specialize in insurance restoration. So if somebody's house gets damaged either by water or fire, we do mold remediation, we do a little biohazard cleanup. Anything that normally when the insurance company gets involved, we can get involved and help you guys out with it.
So how far is your reach in terms of who you're able to help?
So we concentrate in Horry, Georgetown, and Brunswick County. But now that we're Belfour, our reach is a little bit farther. So we go up into the Wilmington area, we go up to Florence, we are basically east of 95, and then Columbia takes care of west of 95. And we go down to McClellanville, because Charleston comes up to McClellanville.
Gotcha. And you mentioned it a little bit before, Full Steam Ahead is what you guys used to be, and now you're Belfour. Tell me all about that.
So in 2020, we were acquired by Belfour. And we've maintained the same employees that we've had. Probably 70% of them are still here. You normally lose people, just normal attrition. And we use the same subcontractors we used before.
Yeah, you like to support small businesses, right?
We're supporting the same local small businesses that we did when we were Full Steam Ahead.
Very cool. Now, talk about the process when somebody gives you guys a call. You're able to come out, see what the damage is, and then come back here, and they're able to actually design.
The whole 9 yards. If you have a loss at your house in the middle of the night, you can call us and we will come out and respond. Say you get out of bed and you step into water, you can step into 2 inches of water if a supply line breaks, and we'll come out and take care of that. And then your next step normally is to contact your insurance company. So once you reach out to your insurance company, we'll meet with the insurance adjuster and make sure they see the same damage as we do, so everybody's on the same page. And then we can actually, once we determine what is damaged after we dry the house out, you can come here to make selections. We have a beautiful showroom. You can do your floor coverings, your cabinets, paint colors, countertops here. And then if you don't like something we have here, we'll take you wherever you want to go to do some shopping.
Awesome. Love that.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most rewarding part of this job?
So for me, what keeps me around is when someone first has a loss and they don't know which way to go, it's the process of helping them through that process. So I like to show up at the house and they're kind of freaking out a little bit, which is what you do when you step out of into water. And then we actually can help guide you through that process. And that's working with the people is my favorite part of the job.
And I can imagine you've made some friends over the years and have lots of stories.
I'll tell you, we have made friends. Not only do they become customers, but a lot of them become friends also. And we still do social things with a lot of those people that we've worked for.
Yeah, how did you get involved with Belfour in the first place?
So probably 15 years ago, there was a loss in North Myrtle Beach, and we were working on the loss, and we get a phone call that somebody from Belfour Property Restoration was going to come down, and they might take the job from us. It was a $30,000 job, so it was a rather large job. And the gentleman came in town, and I met him, and we hit it off, and he let us do the repairs, so they didn't bring Belfour in from Charleston. And since then, we've done 4 jobs for him personally. His mom and dad own the condo. That same condo's flooded 3 times. He had a condo in Tidewater that somebody drove a car into, and we did the work for him there. And then they actually used to have some jobs here in Myrtle Beach, and they would call us and ask us if we would help the customers out. So we built a great relationship with Belfour.
This story is sponsored by Belfour.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.